Hello, Cryptid Nation. This is Chief Jeef here with CRR. We're doing another campfire tale with special guest Mitch. Mitch, why don't you introduce yourself and give us a short description of what encounter you had?
Hey, Mitchell from Detroit. Long story short, went hunting with what I thought was a buddy of mine at the time. He left, and I wound up treated by a dog man.
That sounds
Yikes.
super exciting and scary. All right, next up we've got Rabbit.
Hey everybody, it's Big Boy Rabbit. You know me. Milsurp and Adventures. Love y'all.
All right, then Boss Man himself.
Hey, it's Wolfsteel from mid Missouri. Welcome back to the Campfire Tales. Up next on the mic is Moose.
10,000 likes and Murphy gets OC sprayed.
What? You heard it here, folks. 10,000 likes and Murphy's getting sprayed with OC spray. Let's make it happen. Mitchell, why don't you go ahead and tell us your story of the Dog Man?
All right, as I said before, long story short, went hunting with a buddy. We went up to Alpena. Everything was going fine till they got impatient and decided they were gonna go back to the truck and just leave. Wasn't overly familiar with the area, so put down little markers like, hey, we've been here, haven't gone here. They took them with them. So about half hour, 45 minutes before the sun went down, started trying to make my way back. Ended up getting lost. Wandered around for maybe a couple hours after the sun went down, and it was probably 100 to 150 meters out, just seeing these two big eyes. As it stood up, they just kept getting higher and higher. Like any normal person, I decided to take out my gun and go the other way. It it made the decision at that point that it wanted to charge. Took probably 50 rounds of 45 to the face and the chest, and it didn't even phase it. So I went up a tree. Uh, it couldn't climb it, but it was doing its best impression of a Belgian Malinois and just launching itself up. Got a lucky swing in with a knife, got it in the face, and it decided that it didn't want to play anymore. Not knowing what exactly was going on, I waited till the morning when the DNR showed up to before I got down. Started explaining to them what was going on, thinking they were going to think I'm out of my damn mind. Just for them to start nodding their head yes while saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. I think you should go home. And I have elected to not go there again. And it's probably been close to 7, 8 years now.
All right. And can you describe this creature?
Trying to think of how best way to relate it to something.
All right, let's start with its height. Like, how tall would you say it was? Besides big.
Yeah, that usually is the starting point, isn't it? Probably on all four legs, probably good 4.5 feet tall. On its hind legs, all of 8 feet.
How much would you say it weighed? Just rough guesstimate.
Uh, basing it off of my dog, I'd say probably all at 250, if not more.
All right, and would you
Now
say that?
that's 113 kilograms for our friends across the pond.
A good couple meters tall. Now, would you say it had long fur, short fur, kind of shaggy, kind of fluffy? What would you describe the fur?
Somewhere in the middle, between long and short hair, and probably more. As far as consistency, probably more like a gray wolf.
Did it have like pecs, or did it look more like a dog?
It did, but it was. I'm trying to think. It did, but it was contoured more, uh, like half and half between like a dog's chest and a human's.
Hmm. Now I understand that there is a army base nearby where that encounter happened. Correct?
Yeah, Camp Grayling.
Hmm. Is that a active army or a guard camp?
Guard camp for sure. I don't recall if it's actual active or not.
Okay, gotcha. That is interesting. It is interesting because if you notice, a lot of people know cryptid encounters do happen to happen around military bases. It seems. Hmm.
I
How,
can actually look that up real quick.
about how far away would you say the military base was from where you were hunting?
Um, if I recall correctly, no more than 20 miles.
Oh yeah, that's well within escapable distance.
Yeah. Kind of getting some Stephen King's The Mist vibes.
Just a touch.
Yeah, look it up. Camp Grayling is a National Guard training facility.
Oh, some of my boys up there messing around with the genome. Y'all better quit. Y'all better quit having them guard boys do it. They only do that crap on the weekend. That's why there's a Dogman now.
What would you say the head looked like?
Most, as far as the skull goes, mostly human, but that definitely had like the shorter dog snout and uh, typical dog replacement. Uh, act more like toward, I guess, to where like the crown of our skull would be, but out wider.
The
And did it
more
have?
the more and more that he describes this to me, I think that it is a wild cavalry scout that escaped the barracks during a wild night.
In all seriousness, did it have hands or paws in front?
It was more of a combination, uh, more of a hand structure, but the thumb was it was like a cross between a thumb and a dew claw, like
So like,
like uh, more of a thumb shape, but dropped back a little more like a dew claw.
like you'd be able to grasp something, but not like fine motor skills level.
Correct.
But it did bleed, yes?
Yeah. I don't know if like I didn't see uh, blood from where the bullets hit it, but the one lucky hit I got with a knife on its face, it did bleed. I don't know if it was a combination of factors like the color of the blade, the lighting, or what have you. But what I do recall is looking at the knife and seeing what appeared to be green blood.
You know what that means, boys? If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yep.
No, Dog Soldiers is real.
Don't remind me of that movie.
Never seen it, never will. Well,
Save your money. Don't see it.
what,
It's so bad that it's good.
No, it goes past that. Just a straight bad.
so Mitch, what kind of knife was it?
It was a just like your standard Gerber fixed blade.
So like
Still
a
own the knife?
440
I
stainless
actually do
steel.
not. I can find out which one it was real quick though.
Because if it was a knife that was only hurting it, and there's a tad bit of iron in the knife because it's steel, is a Dogman.
That would make sense.
Is Dogman from the Winter Fairies or that realm?
It was the Gerber LMF2.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you get to this point in the video, please put in the comments #KillTheBeast.
Hey, Mitch,
What's up?
have you thought about contacting Vic Cundiff?
Never heard of them. Not sure I like where this is headed.
What?
Well, you don't have to come with us when we
What I'm asking,
get to that point of investigating the area, aren't you?
Yeah, you can just drop a pin.
just put a pin in a map in the general area. We'll take it from there.
I ended up
And-
looking into it a bit more. I was a bit off on distances, but it's still it was by car. It's between 50 and 60 miles.
From the base.
But that's a whole yeah. That's still a metric ton of woods though.
Mhm.
Any critter can cover 50, 60 miles in a few days. Well, any large creature, I should clarify.
Right. Yeah, like up there, it's a bunch of woods. It's not like down in Detroit where it's a concrete jungle.
No, well, you don't have to take us to the area. If you want to at least even just drop us off or guide us within like 20 miles of the area, we'll go from there.
You could just drop a pin on a map and we could figure it out. Rabbit, what do you think? This might be, green blood. Only a knife hurt it. Do you think that it could be Fey related or something else?
I'll bring the bones.
No, def. No. Yes. Could be. Could be a changeling. That's within the realm of possibilities, I suppose. But the greeny blood thing, that would think high copper in the blood and then the iron. Mild, if it was a high carbon blade, and maybe if he didn't clean it, it might have had some iron oxide on it, and that would have reacted with the copper in the blood in a negative way, in a negative fashion. Although rust reacts to regular blood in a negative fashion, so sure, that could be either of those things. I would very much like to go run on it. If nothing else, wing it so that I could get a sample of that to put up with the rest of the stuff. That's very intriguing to me.
When this thing treed you, did it stick around long? Did it like wait for you to come down, or did it just kind of wander off?
Before I got the hit in the knife, it was probably about 15 minutes. Think it stuck around maybe another 5 minutes after that. Granted, I don't know if it left the area or not, or just got out of sight, but that was the last time I saw it.
Well,
So it didn't stick around.
Sorry, what was that?
You said it didn't stick around. I'm thinking this was more of a territorial than a prey drive kind of thing.
That would make sense, but I wasn't trying to test that theory either.
So, Mitch, when it was down there below the tree, was it trying to scrape its way up for 20 minutes, or was it more of just kind of pacing?
About half and half. It was doing it, as I said, doing its best impression of a Belgian Malinois. Of I'm just gonna launch myself at it, and just circling around the tree, looking up, probably trying to think of a better way to get up. But yeah, as I said, that was for about first 10-15 minutes after the lucky hit with a knife. It was switching between circling the tree and just standing there, just staring at me.
Well,
And then
Mitch.
that's when it decided to go.
Well, Mitch, thank you so much for coming here and sharing your story. Thanks for checking out some other cryptid vids with us. Wolf, close us out.
Alrighty, thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. Don't forget to check out our coffee. That's ko-fi.com/crractual. We got some really cool merch there already, and we got some coming down the line. If you want to help us get out into the field, donations always accepted, but not required. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good night, and we'll see you later.
I love you.
Bye, everyone.